What's up, everyone? No, I've been gone for a while, had a little bit of business to take care of, and I plan on telling you about that very soon. But right now, today's video is about family time. So, I have had quite a few people reach out and ask, how do you get started with working out? Or, come home and I have kids and a wife, and when do you find the time, or anything like that. Basically, coming up with a routine is the easiest thing that you can do to help yourself reach goals of exercising, especially if you happen to fall in the category of being overweight and you're just getting started in this. Then one of the things that you could do is very simple, and you can do it with your family, so you're not taking away time from them and you're incorporating them into what you're doing. It's go for a walk. I don't know how much time it really needs to take for you, but I mean, you could start with just a walk around the block and do that for a couple days or a week with the family and say, hey, let's just go for a walk. Let's take the dog for a walk. Not hard. So, even something simple like that, getting out and going for a walk or a slight little run around the block that takes, 10 minutes, that's a real easy way to get started. And especially if you have young kids, it's not a problem to put them in a stroller and push them around. It gives you a little bit of extra weight to push around, and you're getting out and getting a little bit of physical exercise. That is by far the easiest thing to tell people is start simple. Really, 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 really fucking simple. Go for a walk. Now, if you want to go to the gym, but you come into a time crunch and I get off of work and then I got to pick up the kids or I got to help with dinner and my wife comes home, we're both tired, yada yada. Everybody's tired that has kids. I don't know anybody that has kids that isn't fucking tired because it's exhausting raising kids. And me and my wife have figured out a very good routine for ourselves, and it does help that my job itself allows me to get off before my kids get out of school. So I go to the gym after work before my kids come home from school. So there's no time lap where they're home and I'm not here. And if it is, it's for like 5 minutes because I'm picking up the younger one from preschool. And my oldest is 14. So if she's home for a little bit, like 5, 10 minutes by herself, not a big deal. But me and my wife have a very good routine of when we go. We just talk about it. It's very simple to sit down and tell your wife, hey, or your husband, I want to start getting in shape. I want to do better for myself. And come up with a plan. Like if you have to, I used to go at 4 in the morning before work because I didn't have the opportunity to go after work. I had younger kids back then, so I had to pick them up. And my wife was still at work. She didn't get off till later than I did, but she was there in the morning to get them off to school and everything. So, having a routine and talking about it with your significant other, wife, husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever it is, it's the simplest thing to do. Coming up with a routine. If you have to go to bed just a little bit earlier, it's something that you might have to look at doing. Yeah, it sucks that you might not get to spend that little bit of time with your wife, but if you get her or your husband, if you get them to join in with you, you can even do exercises at home. My wife does the beach body exercises. At one point, we both did the insanity exercises together. We still got our fitness on, and we still were at home with the kids. We were still together. So maybe you make it more fun by doing it with the other person. Always talking about it, and the communication between each other is very, very important and key to getting what you both want out of it. Now, I know that having kids can be a pain in the ass. We love them and we fucking hate them at the same time. They're the best thing and the worst thing. It all depends on the time of the day and what you're doing. And it never fails that if you have more than one kid, you have one of them that likes to come in at night and come creeping in the bed when you're trying to get on with your wife or your husband or whatever floats your boat. If you got a kid, more than one, they're creeping in that room at night, and that's not cool. It sucks. I deal with that constantly. But talking with your significant other and simple things like going for a walk, doing the home exercises together, pushing each other and trying to help one another out. That's the best thing you can do for each other. Now, I'm not an expert in, relationships or anything like that, but over the 12 years that I've been married to my wife, we've struggled and we've made it through a lot of shit. And the best thing I can say now after dealing with it and me being the one that causes most of the shit, it's just talking. More often than not, talking to your partner is the easiest way. Tell them what you're thinking, feeling, all that nonsense. And I know as men, we don't really like to do that. I especially do not like to do that. So me talking on these videos, it's very weird for me. But if I don't do it, I got to get it out there and try. So that's what I'm out here doing. And I will tell you that when I first started getting back into shape, my wife actually was my motivation. She started working out before I did, before COVID happened. And seeing her lose weight and get in better shape and feel better about herself and better about her time, it made me want to do the same. So, again, we changed our schedules around. She would wake up when I would be going to work at 4 in the morning so she could get her workout in the morning while I was going to work. And then I would get off of work and I would get my exercise. And then the kids would come home from school or whatever else. And that's just the way we worked it out. But I'll tell you right now, talk to your significant other. Start small. Very, very simple stuff. Going for walks. It doesn't take much to wake up in the morning and say, you know what, every morning I'm going to wake up this week and I'm going to do 30 push-ups and 30 sit-ups, 30 squats, body weight squats. Do that. It's something. Saying that you have to go to the gym or that you have to spend 2 hours a day working out, you don't have to. You can if you have the time and you want to, go for it. There's times that I spend 2 hours in there, but if I'm spending 2 hours, it's because I'm kind of slacking. Usually it's about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. But again, if you have any other questions or comments, or if you have a routine that works for you and your wife or husband and what you're doing with your family, if you have any questions about, what do you do when you have a young infant or something like that, it's not hard to find the time when they're sleeping. So leave your comments, like the video, hit me up, and hope to talk to you guys all very soon. Peace.